Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Marvel Rivals coaching video where your boy, the one, the only Coach Apxche, is going to take you through a VOD review of a fellow gamer and use his mistakes to help not only him learn, but you learn as well. So today we are playing some Captain America on the console, on the controller. Jay the Man is a ex-GM player. Obviously the rank reset brought him down, but basically has GM level skills, so we are going to coach it as such. So a quick rundown on people for people who don't know Cap's abilities. If you know, I'll leave a timestamp right about here so that you can skip ahead if you already know how this stuff works. But if not, here we go. So Captain America has a sprint that is going to be his RB or shift for most people. It'll be this ability here. This ability is going to be his sprint. His sprint is going to allow him to infinitely sprint as long as he wants, obviously giving him movement speed. Along with that sprint, if you jump while using that sprint, you will get a super jump, right? With that super jump, while you're in the air, if you look at the ground, it'll follow up on this ability here, which will allow you to slam, doing a tiny bit of damage, as well as giving you some mobility. His other ability is going to be, I believe, this one right here, which will allow you to do a dash forward, hitting enemy. If you hit somebody that does damage, is not crowd control, but we'll talk about a little bit more about that later. This ability here is going to be his shield. You're just going to hold up a shield in front of you. That's going to have about probably like 600 HP. And it also deflects. It can deflect ults and projectiles, things like that. So imagine this. I did this the other day. I knew a group was going to ult. I threw up my shield and I walked in front of the group. And if I can find it, I'll probably put the clip in here somewhere just so I can show my skills. Knew the group was going to ult, ran in front of him, popped up my shield, and basically he threw his ult, bounced off of me, went back to them, and hit them. So yeah, you can do cool plays like that. Iron Man ults, the whole 10 yards. And then with this is going to be your shield throw. Which is basically you're just gonna throw your shield, and it has a cooldown. So my oh yeah, and then his ultimate ability is going to be you are going to get some bonus health, and you're going to leave a red, white, and blue America trail. That's going to give your teammates movement speed and shield health, right? So that ult is a phenomenal engage ult, as well as like a ult to peel or counter ult, right? So you can use it in a few ways. Don't just be selfish with it, try to think about how can you use it for your teammates, right? With that being said, let's get into the game. So when it comes to Captain America, the way I like to play Captain America, I think Captain America is kind of an all-in character, right? So fighting a flyer, not gonna do well. But if we look at your comp real quick, so right now your comp has 3 tanks, right? Which is really rough. I'm not a big fan of running triple tank, especially when you don't have like a hit scan, because your only hit scan is going to be, not even a hit scan, but your backline DPS is going to be this. So it's going to be rough. With this being your comp, my mindset is going to be stay with my team, kind of death ball, and then if you see somebody isolated, it's your job with the magic to go get them. But other than that, it's going to be rough. This guy is probably going to ruin your life if y'all don't switch. But yeah, so I'll say run with your team and just look for to punish people that are out of position. Okay. So obviously that's a little mistake. Grandmaster gamer over here. Obviously, just if you're a little bit more if you wait a little bit, you probably could have jumped and then slammed and you would have made it. I wouldn't have been too mad about that play. I am mad that you fell off the map. But hey man, we're chilling. It ain't that big of a deal. Just don't do that again. So it seems we got a pick. There we go. Nice. You made it this time. So when I engage, on backlines, since after 2 melees you get the shield throws anyway, what I like to do is I like to slam primary, insta throw my shield. So melee, primary, melee. Well, no, melee, shield throw, melee, right? And it's pretty quick. And then after that, I'll have more. I'll have the actual shield throws. So basically, like I said, melee, throw, melee, and then if they jump away, I have my shield throws to finish that. Boom, 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 right? And then I can continue on whoever I need to get on. A lot of people, they like to just be up and close all the time and just try to just melee and keep sprinting. But I feel like that's really clunky, and your burst is really going to come down from your abilities, right? So honestly, dumping your abilities is fine. Like exactly right there. You get knocked back, but you have that shield throw. Good job. Boom. We can finish this as well. Nice. Good kill. They have no support. So now your job is over. Now you're... Oh, actually, she got rezzed. So... But you've done a lot. You've gotten 2 picks, even though 1 came back, and you got rid of the respawn beacon. So right now, your job's to live. Right? So just make sure you don't die here. I like this re-engage on the support. Nice. Cool. You force her invis. So right now you're doing a lot of proactive things. I would say you've done so much. I'm okay with you throwing a few shots into the tanks, right? Throwing a few shots, right? But keep your eye open. Try to figure out where that support went, because you are going to be the perfect person, other than the magic, to chase that thing down, right? So right now, so you see the support somewhere? Let's look around. Right now, you're putting a lot of focus onto the Emma, and what's happening is now that person's full health and came out, he's gonna heal. You gotta always pressure this right now. That's your job. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Healing for this is, in my opinion, no. Oh, unless he goes into a position like that, you could have shield through. Yeah, you could have won that fight. I just think that you hyper focus on just trying to finish kills when there was a bigger prio. Look for that support. Look for the support. Bam, nice. Things back. He's gonna try to engage on you. You're unkillable in the ult. Just look for the supports. Oh, that's not your ult. Never mind. Forgot your red team. You can shield that. Shield that. Shield that. Shield that. Shield that. Shield that. Oh, you have shield, brother. You can shield that. So this ult is LOS based, but can be blocked by shields, right? So do your team a favor and shield and just stand in front of her so you can block as much of the LOS as possible. Because now she's gonna pull your supports in. Oh, beat him. You can kill him. You got lucky. Brother, you don't let him. Okay, he doesn't get out, but he could have died earlier. 2 things done. Supports, ignore the torch. You do nothing to him. Support, 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 support. Yes, come on. That's cool. Invis, cool. Probably won't be able to kill unless magic helps you because of that ult. That's fine. You're kind of waiting it out with your ult. Bucky no hook. That's huge. And you're full health. For support, you have ult. Run through your team real quick. Ah, on for it, man. Good peel. Support again. Support again. Constantly support. 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 Break that. Yep. Break that. Support again. Support. That's a tank. Come on. Focus up. So in chaotic moments like this, it's really easy to get like just to hit anything. And I've had these moments on Venom where it's just like I want to just hit anything, right? But like you gotta focus because, like we said, you and Magic are going to be the primary people that are going to be getting these picks. Thankfully, you have a DPS now, but you gotta focus, man. You gotta lock in. I know it feels dumb to not be hitting things, but that's your job, right? You need to be aware and need to find them. They do end up dying, thankfully. But you also, yeah, because you don't have the damage to really blow up tanks. Let's see, yeah, fight's not over. Go back. Nice. He's coming back in. He's coming back in just to die. Now you can beat him. I don't know if you can, but I wonder if you can deflect rocket heals. So, like, would it have been a good idea to get behind her and put up your shield and just block heals? I'm not sure if that works. But that would be a cool thing to test. So for the sake of being a Captain America VOD, I mean, obviously stay. But if we're thinking about like, what can I play to bully this tank? If Groot's not banned, which I didn't know if I don't know if he was or not. But if he wasn't banned, Groot would do phenomenally into these tanks because you just cut off LOS. But so will Doctor Strange as well, right? And he's also would be good into the Johnny and things like that. And he's also pretty good. But that's if you need to switch, if you want to switch. If not, you want to play the Cap, cool, it's fine with me. But just remember, your goal is going to be dealing with those supports. Now they have DPS that are going to be really hard to kind of let you do your job. So if I'm you, I'm just making them turn their heads. You know, right now this is cool. But I'm just, in my head, I'm like making them use abilities. I'm going to make them turn their heads. I like this. Nice, good job. You can throw your shield at him. Also, for people that don't know, if you have your shield, right? Let's say there's an enemy right here. Oh my gosh, I hate how this freaking tool works, man. You gotta go really slow. Like, let's say there's an enemy here, right? If you throw your shield at the wall, it'll bounce off the wall and it'll hit them. Like, it'll auto aim if you hit a surface. So a lot of times, if you see me playing cap, I won't even throw it at them. I'll just throw it at the nearest surface because it'll just bounce. Even if it's a floor, it'll hit the floor and it'll automatically heat seek them. It's a tip. Oh, you hear that, Emma? You saw it. You hear and you see her. A little, might be a little late now. You have ult here. I pop it. I pop it so you can stay in. Yeah. Run at your team. Make sure they stay alive. Oh, your team ulted as well. Look for support. Look for support. Shield. He tried. I wouldn't have gone back there. I don't think to peel. I would have stayed doing what I was doing probably. The reason why I say that is like when we think about tanks, right? Thinking about tanks that are good for peeling. If any tank's gonna peel out of two of y'all, it should be a thing. Because he can give DR, he can kind of body block and things like that. And he's really good at brawling. Like, yeah, you have that shield, but like, you're not really the best peeling character in my opinion. Like, if I'm playing cap, my mentality is not peel. My mentality is disruption. Disruption and enabling dive. And for it. Oh, get in the rocket. So I wouldn't have used my slam there. Why? Just due to the fact that like now that's one less chase down ability you have. So if we go back a little bit, I'm jumping on rocket, and right here I'm just beating the mess out of rocket. And right here, since you use your slam, now he's in a double dash away. So now you have to use your E to catch up, or your little dash. Like imagine you would have had, you could have just fully committed on the rocket. So like you don't want to use your cooldowns, but you don't have to. But when the opportunity shows, you dump them all. That's how I play cap. She's gonna get the health back to your right. To your right. Oh, come on! There's only one way she could go. So right here, this is kind of like a map knowledge sense where it's like, okay, if she didn't even go grab it, like she can technically heal, in Viz. So if she goes in Viz here, she has two options, right? Or and more supports will have two options. Obviously, she can heal while she's in Viz, which she did, but she didn't full heal, right? But if a smart support will play here, they can go in Viz, play here, and then if they need to, they'll continue to go back. If you ignore them, they'll just come back in, right? But obviously, you should know that she's probably looking to go here because going here is a death sentence for the most part. Even though you're going to get peeled, but I think it's a rocket. He ain't going to peel you that much, right? And if you want to, you might be able to just hold both of them with with the doorway, with the shield. So I would say I would have kept pressuring her because every time you look away from her, oh, you come back in. Never mind. Perfect. Oh, that was a Bucky. Going in here is not my favorite idea because you're about to get tickled in 3, 2. Ooh, she didn't grab you. That would have been spooky. If you would have got freaking grabbed, that torch would have blown you up. Damn, brother. 2 times in one game? Jeez. Gotta be aware, gotta be aware. You have ult? Oh, why'd she go in? I would when I would walk in here, I pop my ult. You are down to DPS though, so that's a pick. So right now I wouldn't use it. That's 2 picks. You don't have to use it. I'd probably use it now, just to keep my magic in there as long as possible. So right now, if I'm you, I'm going in with my ult just to keep him doing his thing because he's about to de-ult, which is gonna be really bad for him in about a second. Oh! Another kill. Oh, you let him die. See, like right there is a perfect example of where like if you just int there and ult, you keep him alive and he can keep doing what he's doing, right? Like now instead of him dying here, maybe you all get 2 more kills. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that engage there, but I just think you gotta invest some resources into it because now you're stacking your ult with a support ult when you're already down 2. Good chase down. You're not gonna be able to kill that torch. Honestly, I would have stayed looking for a support. Like, let's go back. Like, right now, like, you're just really infatuated with like peeling for tanks. But like, let's just think about this here. Like, why are we constantly fighting tanks when we need to be fighting supports, right? Like, if you see a magic and a support on your on a tank already, it's like, what are we doing? Right? I would just be looking around. Like, he's got to pop. Like, he's hiding. He's got to pop up eventually. And if he's not popping up, right? What does that mean? He's not healing, right? So don't be in a rush. Homie's not gonna get healed over there. Look at his health. And now she has to come out and she has to pop an ult, right? But now you know where they're at. A little bit more patience. Bucky, 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 yes. Backline now. Break that, yes. Huge. Nice. Nice. Team's cooking. Come on, finish that guy. Finish that guy. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Let's go. Now you know that Bucky's coming back in 3, 2, 1. Doof, doof, doof. There's the Bucky. You're not gonna hit the torch. Stop jumping at the torch. Look for something else. Your thing's back. I would let him do his job, low key. Oh, he about to die. He just fed, man. Remember time? OT. Good awareness. Use the card as cover. Come on, card as cover. Oh. Oh, you're still alive. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. This is Captain America gameplay right here. Ah. Throw a shield to bounce off people. So right there, I would say just you're putting too much focus on the torch. You gotta just focus on who's actually actively contesting the objective. I don't think he was contesting it from that high up anyways too. And if he was, just you gotta throw your shield at him. Yeah, but that's just rough. I think you being on cap there sucks because you can't deal with that guy. And the fact that they were on that guy for so long probably warrants a switch from you just so you can have more of a way to deal with him. Because right now, tanks can't deal with him. Magic can't deal with them. Only one of the supports and one of the DPS can. So you're like putting all that pressure on your DPS to deal with that guy. So I would suggest a swap. But like I said, if you're good at cap, play the cap. But just like make sure you also extend your like what kind of things you can play, because you don't want to limit yourself to only this play style and then you can't deal with flyers. And if you just want to play cap, you gotta ban flyers, because there's no world where you can deal with flyers. So now in this defense here, it's just gonna be, I would say, collapsing on backline, but this is probably gonna be really, really rough just due to the fact that the DPS you got to deal with. Oh, finish it. Cheaper town hall. Interesting. I wonder if those shield throws you get there also act like that shield throw and bounce off of things. Rough. Yeah, that's just a really rough comp to play into. I'm gonna be real, man. Like, I think Cap gets rolled by this. You're not killing cheaper. You're not hitting this guy. She's beating the brakes off of you. And if she's smart, she just sits on her supports and kind of lets Sting do his thing. Where are we going? That is crazy. I'll destroy their backline. Yeah, but still the same game plan. Still just gotta pressure backline. You fighting anything else is a waste of time. And so what I would do is I would like just find places to set up in. Instead of jumping around so much, just find sneaky places to set up in. Because like I said, you're not really any help to your team in other regard other than pressuring the backline. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they went for more peel in the back. He actually made the game harder for them because he got off a Human Torch and went to Fantastic. That makes no sense. Because he just gave you a target to shield it. Oh, you don't need to because he ulted it. You'll be fine. I like that. I like that ult. Oh, that's another thing too. I forgot to mention when you're in ult, when your shield now and your dash and your shield now boop people back, so you can knock them out of ults, knock them out of position. So you can like low-key juggle somebody out of position. Supports, man. We need supports. Cheaper town hall. Ooh. Yeah, make sure we turn that card off. Honestly, Mantis with Cap might actually be pretty solid. Yeah. Good Mantis ult. It's just so messy. Lucky's gonna appeal for you. Don't get grabbed. Nice. Just be a nuisance. Once again, like I don't know if you peelings really. I think they can do it without you. Like I don't think you're necessary here. So like instead of being back there, like instead of if you would have just like went here and like made them look, because right now he's getting free shots. Like he could just pop shots at y'all, as well as like this guy is like left to die. Like if I were you, I would just be doing something else. He gets out is crazy. I would say just run around the objective real quick before you go in. But hey, you're Magic's going in, cool. Force her out. She can't heal her team, so they just lose the fight. Man, we Luna ulted and Cap ulted. Ugh. Yeah, at least we got Mantis off for the next fight. Need be. Nice. Nice. You can kill him now, yeah. I got a problem with that. Should die. As long as you get him out of that form. Got a minute left. Right now, a little too much focus on him now. Shield, just shield, just shield. You have. No, brother, you're letting your team die. Oh, man. You can shield in front of them. Yeah, right there, you kind of let your team die. That's on you. It's probably you just don't have enough experience with that matchup to know that you can shield off her ult. Damn. That's so unfortunate. Go down to your best bet's to stock cart and get up, just jump off the map. But since they're not even moving it right now, oof. Oh yeah, you're cooked. Oh, he cooked you off. Woo. Oh, that's unfortunate. You still get him though, nice. This fight's winnable, man. I'd go stop the people coming in. Forget him, forget him, forget him, forget him. Don't let them come back in. Like right now, like I'd contest in their back line. Because you're like I always say, your damage isn't gonna be that incredibly like look at that. You could have prevented them from coming in. You know what I'm saying? But now they're gonna stall time, and then we're still fighting them in their ult when they're gonna be like almost unkillable. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's. I hope y'all don't lose that. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, chat. So, you know what time it is? It's note time. Note time. All right, so the 3 notes for today are going to be number 1, target prio. A lot of the times, you're kind of just running around hitting anything, but you really need to make sure that you're doing the right things, fighting the right things. Like, if you are going onto the back, like, for example, let's just use the fact that they had a torch, right? And you're like the fastest tank on your team. It's your job to contest those supports, especially to enable your magic to get those, those plays, right? But like if a support, if let's say you eliminate the rocket and then the Sue goes invisible, you've done your job. You've in theory gotten 2 picks because when Sue is invisible, the only person she can heal is herself. So with that mentality, right? Yeah, you could go punch a thing and do a little bit more damage to him. Or you could you can look around like if you're looking for her, and I promise you, she'll take an extra 1 to 2 seconds to make sure that you're off of her before she comes out of invis. Yeah, you can have the mentality, well, if I just punch the thing, she'll come out of it instantly. Yeah, but now she's probably gotten a little bit of health, repositioned, right? Like, I want her to take as much time as possible, right? Because if she's not healing, the thing gonna die regardless. I ain't pressed, right? So I would say just put more emphasis on keeping pressure on those supports, because every time you look away and you stop pursuing them, they were able to clutch fights, get heals in that they shouldn't have, yada yada. So yeah. I also like stop trying to hit the Human Torch, man. Like that's so super ambitious, but super unlikely that you're gonna do any amount of significant damage to even matter. Now, if you want to throw a shield up at him, that's cool. Like let's say like you're on somebody, right? You go bang bang, right? You get that shield throw. Now you can maybe chuck them at him, right? If you feel like you can hit those shots, and if he's low enough for you to make impactful damage, cool. But if you can't, man, don't even look at that guy. It's just not even worth. Yeah. Number 2 is gonna be pre-fight setup and scouting. So in the beginning, like like defenses or just before fights, like putting yourself in positions so that you can see if what, especially if you don't know what they're running it because they're coming at spawn, see what they're running. Give yourself a better idea how you want to play it, right? But also just putting yourself in positions, right, so that you can let the tanks walk by and just get on the supports for free. Every time you have to use abilities to engage, you're making yourself that much weaker comparatively to, let's say I just drop on a support, don't use any cooldowns, right? Melee, shield throw, melee. Now that guy's using his cooldowns to get away. I still have my dash and I still have my jump slam to continuously chase them. Or let's say I get on the support and they hard peel. Now I still have those mobilities to get out, right? So the mentality needs to be your damaging abilities. Yeah, you can dump those. But when it comes to movement, you need to use those for specific reasons, either continuing to chase something down or hard disengaging. When you use those to engage, you need to be 100% that you're going to get that pick. If you're dash slamming in, jump slamming in with the dash, like you need to be sure you're going to get those picks, because if not, you're going to be stuck back there doing absolutely nothing, right? And you're just ult charge right at that point. And then shield usage. For the most part, your shield usage was good, but the reason why I put this up there is I really want to emphasize understanding what your shield does. Not only does it deflect projectiles, it block damage, but it also, like Strange, cuts off LOS. It's a solid object, right? So with that being said, if you get behind an enemy tank, you can block heals. And I don't know, this is a theory, we have to test it, but you might even be able to deflect rocket orbs so that they just don't heal at all. The theory, I'm not sure if it works, but I'll test it out and I'll get back to you whenever. But like when every time Emma would ult, you could just pop your shield and stand right in front of her. Her ult does nothing because it needs LOS. It needs LOS to build up that charm charge, and then the pool starts. And even if you just stand in front of her, even if people are getting pulled, if you're in front of her long enough, you can actually cancel that pool saving your team. There was 2 fights where, yeah, you still won the game, but there was like 2 fights where you could have just hard won that fight if you just did not allow her to just pull your, not your whole team, but your important teammates. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're already back there, just help your team. I actually really liked, comparative to last time I watched you play, how you use your ult. For the most part, you use your ult pretty well. I would just say when you do pop it, if you do like a quick lap around the objective or where your team's at, and then run in, that's cool because that trail doesn't stay forever. Wherever you start, it kind of fades, kind of like Cloco. So with that being said, if you pop it and you're too far from them and you just run forward, sometimes they can't even get to your ult. So what I would say is pop it, treat it like kind of like a Cloco, run close enough to them, and then continue doing what you're doing, unless you already have a teammate who's in there doing stuff and you want to kind of enable them, right? So yeah. With that being said, though, I definitely seen some improvements from your last VOD. I'll definitely say that. Obviously back then you were Diamond, you reached GM, right? And now we're coaching you again. But I definitely seen some improvements, what I'm really proud of, right? But I just think that if you just make sure that you're going on the right targets, right? Before fight starts, you're putting yourself in positions to get information and then making it easy for you to get in without using your cooldowns, right? And then just understanding how you can use your ult, not your ult, your shield in ways not only just to block damage, but to cut LOS and to deflect certain abilities. Man, you're gonna be killer. You're gonna be killer on this character. And I'm learning him myself. So as time goes on, I'm gonna get better and better at coaching him. But I'll be able to give like more and more and more like unique and niche tips. But as of right now, like I said, you're doing pretty well, right? We just got to work on these 3 things, I think, and then that's going to elevate you to that next level. And yeah, so for anybody else who is watching, hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you learned something along the way. If you or anybody you know wants to get coaching, down below in the description, I will have the link to my Discord where you can submit a VOD review submission, right? All coaching as of now is free of charge. I do a first come first serve basis, but with that being said, if I've done too many of one VOD and I need to get something else done, for example, I've done a lot of Doctor Strange and I want to get something else done like a cap or a damage or whatever, I'm gonna do that. You know, no hate to nobody, right? But like I said, I gotta keep it interesting for the viewers. It can't be just doing strange. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a great morning, day, night, wherever you may be. And with that being said, Coach Apxche, we'll see you in the next one. God bless everybody. Take care.